I would like to start the show by helping out the San Francisco Giants marketing department. You're not selling any more Jung-Hoo Lee jerseys, right? Right? You're not selling any more Jung-Hoo Lee jerseys. He's out for the year. So no more chanting Jung-Hoo Lee, Jung-Hoo Lee. You can't do that anymore. He's not on the field, right?
Right.
All right. Vamos, Ramos. Print it. That's it. That's it. I like the young guys. Something's getting lost in this conversation. Heliot Ramos is playing not well. He's playing like a star. Okay? If you want some analytics that actually matter, there's only a few of them when you say them, people are like, I know what that is. Like when you talk about BABIP, how many people over at Oracle Park on a home game, if you went, all right, tell me what BABIP is, how many people could do it?
Maybe 1 in 20.
All right, how many people know WAR?
Maybe 1 in 10.
Okay, I think it's better than that. That's better than that. WAR, wins above replacement.
I would say 1 in 10.
Okay, I think it's higher than that.
Maybe 1 in 5.
Is it or is it not the most popular analytics number?
It is, but
right?
I think that we overstate how much people are actually into analytics.
Maybe. I don't think people are into analytics, but I think that they matter. And there's only a few that we look at and we let them register with our opinions, don't you think?
Yes.
Is WAR one of them?
WAR would be one of them, I would imagine. But, again, even if you said WAR, people would be thinking, oh, yeah, I know that's important. And when you have a good WAR, that means you're a good player. But what does it actually mean?
What is it good for?
Right. Absolutely everything in baseball.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
But most people wouldn't know exactly what it means, what the acronym is, and actually how it is representative,
Jurickson Profar, Fernando Tatis Jr., Christian Yelich, Brandon Nimmo, and Heliot Ramos. Those are your top 5 National League outfielders in terms of WAR. Top 5.
For the year.
In the National League, and it's a guy who didn't get called up until, how many weeks has it been, by the way? What's he been up? 5? 5 weeks?
That's about right, yeah.
And I'm doing that by feel. I have no idea.
It's a small sample.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't even had 100 at-bats.
So I think he has.
Maybe 100 at-bats, but not many more than that.
I think you need to have had 100 at-bats to even register on one of these little gizmos, these dealios. Let's see, where he's at. Where's he at? Yeah, you're right.
92.
No, well, 108 plate appearances, 92 at-bats.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been a month. His first game with the Giants this year was May 8th.
Okay. So I remember when Casey Schmidt was good for 2 weeks.
Right.
We went bananas. I remember when Luis Matos was National League Player of the Week. Yes, but did we or did we not the following week go bananas? And now there's Heliot Ramos, who in a month is among the top 5 outfielders in the entire National League in terms of wins above replacement. He has been able to achieve that in a month. That's actually even more impressive. I'd argue that if he were to do what he's done this month, stretch it out over the whole season, he would probably be number 1 in the National League in terms of outfielder WAR. Where's the fervor? Where's the bus? Where's the fire engine filled with clowns? Where is Brandon Belt's hat? Where is the energy over Heliot Ramos? He's killing it.
Yeah, for a month.
But right, that's longer than what the other ones have been able to do. Way longer. And there was Casey Schmidt last year was a thing. And then Luis Matos.
And then he wasn't a thing.
Correct. That's my point.
Yeah.
Is that Heliot Ramos, I would argue a month is long enough for the other pitchers to get the data. It's enough for them to start throwing to the weak spots. And what he's showing is, I got you. I'm ready for you this time. In fact, he's getting better. The OPS is over 900.
Yeah.
This, are you not with me? Is this not getting lost?
It's not getting lost. I do think that you're, jumping a little bit ahead. You're putting the cart before the horse. Okay. It's only been, as you said, a month. So if it's 2 months, if it's 3 months, then we can really get excited about this guy being here to stay. because what we've seen from Farhan Zaidi, if he has a bad, 2 weeks, which is what Luis Matos had, he had a bad 2 weeks and he was gone. And I think that we're in that same spot right now with Heliot Ramos. I don't think that I'm ready to pencil him in for the next 5 years in the middle of the lineup.
Not 5 years. That's not what I'm saying. Although I will tell you, Farhan has spoken publicly already about Heliot Ramos and said very, very difficult for me to see him losing his spot in the lineup right now.
By the way, manager say, though, that Luis Matos is going to be the center fielder, and then 2 weeks later, he was gone.
Right, because the manager and the president of baseball operations are not always on the same page.
Right.
This one came from the guy who sends people down. And he said, I have a hard time seeing Ramos lose his spot in the lineup. He's leading off tonight. He has also been fantastic defensively out there. And I guess my point is not that we should all buy a Ramos jersey. That's not even what I'm getting at. I hear people still talking about, quote, the kids. The kids.
Right.
I'd like to separate the kids for a second. Let's separate the kids. Everybody go to your rooms. Okay?
You have 3 kids.
You're damn right I do.
I'm sure you do that a lot.
I've thought about renaming them Matos, Luciano, and Ramos. My neighbor was like, bad idea. But anyway, I do. I have 3 kids, and sometimes you need to separate those suckers. You go to your room, you go to your room, and you go to your room. And then I'd like to knock on Ramos's room and give him a little wink. I don't want to call you one of the kids anymore. I, for right now, would like to call you the kid. You're the one right now. And sure, it's always subject to change. It's sports.
Right.
We get to change our opinion next week if we want.
And he's the oldest, so he's
Correct.
not even really a kid relative to the other 2 guys who are 22. He's almost 25. He'll be 25 in September.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as, the other 2 kids who are both 22, yeah, he's probably not one of the kids.
Well, and plate appearances.
He can rent a car in September.
Yeah, plate appearances, let's see, in the major leagues, 108 this year. Prior to that, he had 82. 82 in his career.
So 190 total.
190 total, yes. And by the way, to give you a sense of what he's doing this year versus the other 82 at-bats he had in the bigs, his career OPS right now is 719. But this year it's 918. Does that tell you how bad he was before and how good he is now? And
you said 719
for his career,
right?
And that means what he did in his first 82 at bats is more like 500.
Yes,
600, like terrible.
But his OPS has gone up 175 points this year over the last 4 games. So we do need to keep that in mind because before the 4-game terror where he's gone 6 for 15 over the last 4 games.
This is interesting.
He was slightly better than he's been in his career.
No, I think the whole time he's been here this year, he has looked better than he looked in the past.
No doubt.
There's no question about that.
He's looked better, but over the last 4 games, his OPS going into the Yankee game on June 2nd was 757.
It's so interesting because you and others have been excited about Luciano's bat, and we're basing that on 20 ABs.
Exactly. I'm excited about Heliot Ramos for sure, but I also want to pump the brakes a little bit on the hype train, and I'm all about the Vamos Ramos t-shirt. I'd buy one. I'd wear one.
Let's go, Ramos.
I'm thinking black with orange letters as opposed to orange with the black letters.
Whatever.
You can go either way.
Sure.
You can go creamsicle. You can go City Connect.
Give me a City Connect Vamos Ramos.
Yeah.
I want
City Connect.
I want it.
No doubt.
By the way,
I'm here for it. But I do also want to pause and realize that the sample is very small.
Okay, that's my gig. My gig is to be the let's wait and see guy. Throw that out the window. Get rid of that guy right now. They need a hype train. I don't even care if it crashes. Get a hype train.
I'll buy that part of it. They do.
You need a hype train. And I'd argue we've done it for less for others. So that's I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not wrong. It's a 92 at bats. We've done it for less. Everyone's crying over Matos. Why aren't you excited about Ramos? Vamos, Ramos! Let's go!
Get the shirts.
Come on.
Let's go.
888-957-9570. Are we sleeping on Ramos? We're sponsored by Safeway. Let's take some calls. Let's have some fun. It's Friday.